Nationwide 90 FM now presents the Central Kingston Choose Jamaica public meeting. This is brought to you by the West Kingston Constituency Office and the Jamaica Labour Party.
A very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us here for this paid broadcast from the Central Kingston Area Council 1 meeting. It's being held in the constituency of Central Kingston, now represented in the Parliament by Attorney at Law Donovan Williams. This broadcast, as you heard, is brought to you by the Jamaica Labour Party, specifically West Kingston's organization, and we are live at the intersection of Hitchin and Great George's Street in Allman Town, specifically at St. Matthew's Church. And I did, by the way, my name is Ricardo Brooks. Good afternoon to you listeners. I did a quick check to see what's the voting behavior of this area. So Central Kingston has 80 polling stations. St. Matthew's Church Hall is polling station 6, PD 6. Yes, at the Church Hall. The Jamaica Labour Party in 2020 managed to get 115 votes out of this PD. The 50 votes went to the People's National Party. The JLP took this constituency overall by 303 votes. So it's marginal, and we expect it's going to be one of the ones to watch come election night. And we suspect that day, that night, is fast approaching because the Labour Party is ramping up its public meetings all across the island this afternoon. There are several meetings happening for the Jamaica Labour Party. We are here in Kingston. Donovan Williams, they call him the Impact Boss. That's what they call him here in Central Kingston. And this evening you'll be hearing from JLP Deputy Leader Desmond McKenzie. You'll be hearing from the Member of Parliament himself, Donovan Williams, and other key figures about what the party is describing as its vision for Jamaica's development. You know the theme, you've heard it several times now. That theme going into this election, they're telling voters to choose Jamaica. And these meetings are intended to tell you why exactly you ought to choose Jamaica. We also expect presentations from the Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. That's Darrell Vaz. Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn, the State Minister in the Ministry of National Security, the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew West Rural, is expected. I spotted Delroy Chuck, the Justice Minister, the MP for St. Andrew Northeast. He made his arrival not too long ago. Dwayne Smith, the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northwest, is expected. So too Senator Shireen Golding Campbell and Senator Apka Fitz Henley. Right? This meeting is being called the Choose Jamaica public meeting. And so far the Labourites appear to be in a jubilant, carnival-like mood. They're dancing. They're coming in their cars, their buses, their vehicles on bikes. And it's one name I hear them chanting a lot, and that's Andrew. They have a song where they ask who runs the island, and then they intone Andrew. So it's a carnival-like atmosphere, and they say that they will return Donovan Williams for a second term. He's defending a majority of 303. We're at the St. Matthew's Church. The church hall is PD 6. Polling station 6 of the 80 polling stations in this constituency. And this polling division, this PD, has voted strongly for the Jamaica Labour Party. In 2020, as I said, 115 votes the JLP was able to garner. The People's National Party only able to get 50. So the Labourites have gathered on their territory, and they are celebrating their incumbent Member of Parliament, who they say they will return as the Impact Boss. That's to be seen. So things are getting started here. As soon as the proceedings formally get underway, we'll bring them to you. And of course, we'll have a string of interviews for you from the key speakers and some of the key persons expected here this afternoon. Ricardo Brooks is my name. I'm coming to you live from the Choose Jamaica public meeting in central Kingston. We're at the intersection of Hitchin and Great George's Street in the Almontown division of central Kingston. As soon as there's more to tell you, I'll be back with you. Soon come.
what's going on. I know the scores. I know the rules. Baby, I know what's going on.
Hey, what do you say, Mr. C? I heard you whisper to me. Any night, turn out the light. You can crawl and do things on my own time. Hey, 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 now. Don't know much about history. Don't know much about biology. Don't know much about science books. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Oh, hi, hi, hey, na 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 na, hey, na 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 na, hey, na 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 na, hey, na na, da 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 da. Why does my heart go on beating? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end of the world, and you don't love me anymore? Why does the sun go on shining? Why do these eyes of mine cry? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when I lost your love. I wake up in the morning and I wonder why everything is the same as it was. I can't understand, no, I can't understand why life goes on the way it goes. Why does my heart go on beating?
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
The Jamaica Labour Party Area Council 1 presents Central Kingston Choose Jamaica public meeting this Sunday, July 25 p.m. at the intersection of Hitchin and Great George's Street in Almond Town. Deputy Leader Desmond McKenzie and host Member of Parliament Donovan Williams will be on the road with champion MPs Darrell Vaz, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, Delroy Chuck, Delroy Williams, Dwayne Smith, Senators Abka Fitz-Henley, Shireen Golding Campbell and others. Come hear messages of substance as the Jamaica Labour Party's mission to improve lives is active and strong. Choose Jamaica public meeting this Sunday, 5 p.m. in Almond Town, Central Kingston. No worry, Impact Boss Donovan Williams understands. Donovan cares. No sellout twinting. We choose Jamaica.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
This is an important announcement from the National Water Commission. The NWC wishes to advise the public that due to drought conditions, water supply regulations will come into effect for sections of the Kingston and St. Andrew starting on Monday, July 21 for the Mona and Hope networks and Wednesday, July 23 for the Constant Spring network. The supply times for each facility and the affected areas can be found at nwcjamaica.com or on our social media pages at NWCJam. Customers affected by the water supply regulations are encouraged to store water for use outside of the scheduled supply hours and conserve water where possible. The NWC apologizes for any inconvenience this may cause and craves the patience and understanding of the public. That was an important announcement from the National Water Commission.
Informative, educational, insightful. Let's talk justice. Tackling topics like constitutional rights and reform, domestic violence, and rights issues that affect you. Let's talk justice every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. Call in, share your thoughts, be empowered, know your rights, and let's talk justice, ensuring access to justice for all, courtesy of Jamaicans for Justice.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM from 6 to 9 p.m. as we broadcast from the Central Kingston Choose Jamaica public meeting at the intersection of Hitchin and Great George's Street, Almond Town, Sunday, July 20. Hear from Deputy Leader Desmond McKenzie alongside Members of Parliament Donovan Williams, Darrell Vaz, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, Delroy Chuck, and others. It's the Central Kingston Choose Jamaica public meeting at the intersection of Hitchin and Great George's Street in Almond Town, Sunday, July 20 from 6 to 9 p.m. right here only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the West Kingston constituency and the Jamaica Labour Party. Due to the broadcast of the Central Kingston Choose Jamaica public meeting on Sunday, July 20, Jamaican Dads, Immaculate Moments, and Baha'i Faith will not be aired.
Listen to Nationwide 90 FM on 90.1,
90.3,
90.7,
90.9.
or visit our Flow channel on a 916. To our valued listeners, for questions, comments, or concerns about our programs, email us at programs@nationwidenewsnetwork.com.
Good afternoon to you again. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide 90 FM. We're coming to you live from the Choose Jamaica public meeting in Central Kingston, specifically the Almond Town division. I have with me, I think I can fairly say, one of the JLP's most effective platform speakers. She's a state minister in the Ministry of National Security and the Member of Parliament for West Rural St. Andrew, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn. Good afternoon, Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn.
Good afternoon, Mr. Brooks.
How are you?
I'm good, you know.
Good.
Fired up.
I can see that it's a carnival-like atmosphere here. Tell me why we're here. What are we doing?
Well, you just said it. We're here to choose Jamaica. I think we all know that, an election is imminent. And so I think all of our candidates, members of parliament, we are getting ready for that. We're trying to, make sure that we have some hype in the communities. Most of or all the MPs were walking, meeting, greeting, doing house to house, and gathering like this. Gathering like this, of course, I believe is very effective to bring camaraderie and to remind persons why they should vote for the Jamaica Labour Party.
I see on your social media page you talk about walking and how important that is. That you've been doing quite a bit of walking.
Let me tell you
across
something.
Several communities. I see you going uphill, downhill. What's that experience been like? What's the feedback you're getting from your constituents as you engage with them? And
so far, I've walked in all the divisions, and I'm getting really good feedbacks. Normally you're like, okay, I know I haven't been in this community for a while. I wonder how they're going to receive you. But the good thing is, even if they don't see me, work has been done in pretty much most of the communities across West Rural, even though it's wide. Persons respect the work that I've been doing over the last 9 years, and so they recognize how large a constituency is, that I can't maybe touch every area, but they have actually seen my work. I know what my work is because, again, I put it out there on social media. And so I think, the response has been really good. Persons, they are happy to see me. Some places, of course, I've not been in probably like a year or so, but they're very happy to see me, and it's been really good response.
You talk about the sheer size of the constituency, and as I watch you walking, I said to myself, how much of that constituency can she cover on foot? What's the organization like for such a large space as a single member of parliament? What's that like?
Well, the good thing is I have the Young Jamaica team walking with me. And even before I started covering this, they were out there doing the canvassing, walking, making sure the people see persons from the Jamaica Labour Party, because I cannot cover every area. But I'm going to some of my main areas. That is the focus right now. And again, as I said, people have always seen me. It's nothing new. It's not like, oh, we haven't seen her. If it is that person that haven't seen me, they know that they can reach out and touch me, reach out and speak to me on the phone. I'm very accessible. And so I don't think I have that issue in West Rural St. Andrew because of the vast amount of land that we would have to cover away from Red Hills all the way to Toms River, which is the border of St. Mary. Right. But again, as I said, I've always made myself visible in communities, so I don't have much of a challenge.
And you're one of the faces of, obviously, one of the success stories of the Holness administration's time in office, national security. Obviously, significant developments there, decline in major crimes, specifically murder, and that's clearly a key campaign message that the administration is offering to the people when they say choose Jamaica. When you go to door to speak to your constituents, does that factor?
Of course. I mean, you don't take anything for granted. You make sure you're telling people choose Jamaica and why they should choose Jamaica, whether it's the infrastructure, whether it's a new limb on life. You talk about those issues, those social issues. When you talk about just, able to give people teeth who didn't have any teeth in their mouth, to make those simple things that we look at as not a major thing, when you look at those things and you talk about the health center, people are reminding me, Mrs. Flynn, I remember you gave us this new health center in Stony Hill. And so those are the things that you have to remind persons what the government is doing, the infrastructural upgrades and all the things that we're doing, and tell them we want to continue this work. And so we're asking you to choose Andrew Holness, choose me as your representative so that we can continue the work.
And you would know, Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn, that there is a faction on social media that's intent on spreading misinformation, that's intent on saying this government has not done enough and therefore does not deserve that third term. How do you combat that?
You're going to find persons who don't believe in the voting process. You're going to find persons who don't see a reason why they should vote. And I think what we need to take home and what we need to really say to the persons, it's not a handout kind of thing. And I think we need to get away from the handout mentality. And for sure, this member of parliament, I have actually, reinforced that over the last 9 years.
But isn't that difficult, though? Because that's how we practice politics for so long.
It is difficult, but you know what? We need to make sure that the next 5 years, because that is how we're going to get persons to vote. That is how we're going to make sure that it's not a 35% turnout. That is a 65% turnout. To say to persons, hey, you may not get something in hand, but your child, if you have a child, that child's able to go to school. Who do you think pays the teachers? Who upgrades the school? Who pays for the books that you get to rent? It is the government. It is your tax-paying dollar. And so you have to show persons the water that's coming into your community. You just got new pipes laid. This is a reason. Some people, I have to admit, they do recognize that. And I have several persons calling me. A lady called me. I'm doing a road in Lime Edge. And she called me. She goes, you know what? It was a dirt road. And it's now asphalt. And she said, you didn't just come in and put in a roadway. Your government came in and you're putting pipelines, new pipelines. And now I have water. You can now check that box for an additional vote in the constituency in this upcoming election. And I think those are the things that you have to show people what it is that the government is doing and how it's affecting their lives.
Your challenger is a woman who has been around for quite some time now on the political scene. She has contested, by my count, at least 3 or 4 elections. I hear the Labour right saying you're finally going to retire. True?
Well, wait a minute. Remember, I'm a track and field athlete, so I'm not going in any competition to lose. And I think, again, we've done our homework. I think I've done enough for the people of Westfield to say, you know what? I want to stick with this person. She is accessible. Where the office is open 5 days a week. Yes, I may not have gotten this time, but I see the work that she's doing. And so I think people look at various factors to say, we recognize what she's doing and we want to keep this person. We don't want another Labourite who turned PMP. We want the real Labourite. We want the real Labourite.
How is that playing on the ground? Because John Gordon Webley was a Labourite.
Yeah.
A strong Labourite. How is that playing on the ground?
Again, they want the real Labourite, which is me. I didn't go anywhere else. And so people are looking at my record and people are looking at who is with Andrew Holness at this time. Again, I have a blindfold on. Yes, I know there's a competitor out there, but that is not my focus. My focus is the people. My focus is my work. My focus is Andrew Holness, to make sure that he's returned as the Prime Minister. And that is my only focus, to make sure that Andrew Holness is returned and that I am returned to continue my good work.
And the canvas tells you that you will be returned?
The canvas tells me that I will be returned.
By what margin?
I won't say. But again, for the last 2 elections, I wanted about 3,000 votes, and we intend to not decrease that. We intend to stay there or improve that.
And you're going to make a little bit of history if you do that, because when I check, this constituency has a peculiar voting behavior that it really only gives its incumbents 2 terms.
Yes, from what I saw, again, I don't really look at those things, but yes, when I look back, 2 terms. And so I guess
so you're going to break a record.
It would be a record.
I see. You did complain recently about defacing of your posters.
Yes.
What's that situation like now? Has that stopped?
I think it has. I mean, I think after even I made that post, somebody went again, and either they lit it or I'm not sure what they did. Again, it doesn't really bother me. It's more, why? Why would you even do this? This has never happened in West Rural. And we're seeing much of it.
In the previous 2 elections, you didn't face anything
not
like
at
this.
all. Again, I ran against Buchanan, and we had an amicable relationship. Tomlinson came. It wasn't such a great relationship, but we respected each other's boundaries. And with this lady, it's almost like there's no respect of boundaries. Another thing I wanted to point out, it's always been a gathering place for the labor rights, has always been Stony Hill. And the gathering place for the PMP has always been Golden Spring. And so what I told my people, don't put any signs, because again, the political history of violence. Don't put any of my signs in the square of Golden Spring.
Trying not to
you
be
can
provocative.
You go ahead and you put it right before, you put it after. Well, that has just gone out the window. I saw all kinds of orange stuff in Stony Hill Square, because remember again, on nomination day, that's where the JLP gather, and on nomination day, the PMP gather down in Golden Spring. And so you have that kind of respect, political respect, to say, you know what, let's not ruffle any feathers. Let's not do that. And it's like she's about, let's just ruffle all feathers and just go in and do as we wish. I tell my people, don't bother, don't take down anything. I have enough signs out there. It's not going to bother me. However, again, we're not happy that she's kind of broken that trend that has happened over the years. But, if that's how she plays, that's how she plays. I'm not into that.
And the risk of that inflaming tension,
yes,
you're going to have to try to control
exactly.
your supporters who are aggrieved.
Definitely.
How do you do that?
You have to speak to them, and once they respect you, they're going to listen. And that's the thing. Once they respect you, because I had to say to them, look, just leave it alone. There's nothing green in Golden Spring. And that's not because we can't. That's because we won't. We just won't. Because it's never something that we've ever done. And we're not going to go down there in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day to put up any green. Because that is not how I play.
All right. Julia Cuthbert Flynn. She's going for her 3rd term as a member of Parliament for West Rural St. Andrews. She's the State Minister of National Security and one of the speakers you'll hear from tonight. A very effective platform speaker she's become. So you want to stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a break and come back. We're coming to you live from Central Kingston, the Choose Jamaica public meeting. We're in the Allman Town division. Soon come.
Get ready to innovate, export, and grow at the MSME Business Roadshow on Thursday, July 24. Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM from 1 to 4 p.m. and find out how you can benefit. It's all going down at the Sacred Heart Academy Prep School in Christiana. Connect with government agencies, financiers, and fellow business owners. Showcase your products in the vibrant MSME village. Harness cutting-edge tech at the Tech Hub or pitch to win up to $400,000 in grants. Register now with MIIC and unlock your business's next level. So tune in to Nationwide 90 FM on Thursday, July 24 from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the MSME Business Roadshow at Sacred Heart Academy Prep School in Christiana. Catch the live stream on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce.
The Race to 32. Nationwide 90 FM's coverage of the 2025 general elections. Coming soon.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to help us grow our business and build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
Public opinion.
Stop this foolish about this GLP and PMP business. We are a Jamaican.
Different people.
It's not a matter of a JLP or a PMP. I think it's more like where it is that you think you're comfortable, what support you can afford to make the country better.
Different views.
Most entertainers, they're not amenable to management, so the only thing that can ultimately structure them is the court and the prison.
Public opinion. The voice of the people at 6:25 p.m. weekdays during Nationwide at 5. Tune into Nationwide at 6:25 p.m. for Public Opinion, where the people's views matter.
Public Opinion is brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Supplies Limited, Industrial Automation and Control Solutions.
Attention all data protection enthusiasts. Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM every Tuesday at 8:20 a.m. and Thursday at 8:25 a.m. for a new program, Data Protection Matters. Starting June 4, 2024, join us as we delve into crucial topics that will keep you informed and compliant. Data Protection Matters is hosted by Chuck Cameron, founder of Design Privacy, your trusted partner in data protection. Don't miss out. That's every Tuesday morning at 8:20 and every Thursday at 8:25 a.m. Stay protected, stay informed with Nationwide 90 FM and Design Privacy.
Do you have a consumer-related issue? Want to learn more about matters concerning you as a consumer? Well, keep it locked to Nationwide 90 FM for the Consumer Hour with me, Nora Gay Banton, weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. For all your consumer-centric matters, stay tuned to the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Cliff Says is by far the most popular mid-morning radio segment in Jamaica. Cliff Hughes shares his views on the hot-button topics of the day, editorializing on various issues in the news, breaking news stories, and expounding on stories. Cliff Says sets the tone of the show for the rest of the day. Join the award-winning journalist Cliff Hughes weekdays during Cliff Hughes Online at 10 to 10:30 a.m. Join the revolution in media.
Cliff Says is brought to you by Educom Credit Union, providing value through service, and Hyundai, modern premium affordable vehicles.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide 90 FM. We're coming to you live from the Choose Jamaica public meeting. It's being held in the constituency of Central Kingston. The constituency is represented by Attorney at Law Donovan Williams. I understand they call him the Impact Boss. He's here with me now, and I also have with me Senator Shireen Golding Campbell. I'm going to start with a member of Parliament. This time I started in the lower house, Senator. Last time I think I started in the upper house. The Impact Boss. Why are you the Impact Boss?
Well, I didn't add the boss, you know. It's the residents who have designated it that way. But I've had the tagline, Impact, slogan that I will be making a positive impact on this constituency. So I set out to do that, and of course the impact has caught on, and I gather the residents have seen the work and the positive impact, and so they in that regard may have had it the boss.
So Choose Jamaica at a national level, we get that, but when you go door to door here in Central Kingston, in Almond Town for example, what's the selling point? What are you saying to the residents in telling them you need to be returned for a second term?
Could you repeat that, please?
So, Choose Jamaica, I understand, at the national level, yes, for the JLP. But when you go door to door in Central Kingston, in Almond Town, what's your message to your people here in the constituency?
Yes, and my message to the residents is this, that the best hope for the Almond Town division is in the Andrew Holness-led government. It is in this, you see, the principle I've tried to enunciate and disseminate to the residents is this. If a country's economic affairs are in place, then obviously the communities will benefit. So first you have to manage the country's overall general economic affairs. And in doing that, then the administration, the government who does that, would be in a better position now to serve the needs of the community. And that is the message I've been giving them. And in fact, that is being played out in the Almond Town division. Right behind us here, where we are sitting, there was a unsightly zinc fence right behind here that the residents were talking about. For years it has been here. Never done. I gather in the past, I don't know if the past administrations had no funds to, to carry out a program of zinc fence removal. But under this administration, the government has set aside funds for urban renewal. And so the zinc fence removal project was a part of that urban renewal thrust. And we were able to remove this zinc fence behind us and replace it with a concrete structure. And that is a classic example of how when you create the economy and you reduce your debt and you're in a position to you're now in a better position to serve your community and your constituents.
And infrastructure is a major challenge in this constituency, isn't it?
Pardon me?
Infrastructure, it's a major challenge in this constituency, isn't it?
Yes, overall. For years, the housing stock is fairly old. The infrastructure, the sewage infrastructure is old as well. And as I just mentioned, there were a lot of zinc fences. And of course, the zinc fences contribute to the low self-esteem, low pride, high crime rate. And so, yes, but we have been tackling that. We have been improving the housing stock through building grants. We have been removing the zinc fences. We have been fixing the roads. And I will tell you that under this administration and this MP in the last 5 years, we have rehabilitated, I can't remember some of the roads, so many roads in the constituency. So we are looking up.
All right. Senator Golden Campbell, you seem very at home in the Senate. It's supposed to be the cerebral house. You make strong contributions when legislation is being piloted. And a thought leader, I think, on a host of things. Are you naturally at home in this kind of rally setting?
Well, I don't know that I'm naturally at home in a rally setting.
Yeah.
What I am naturally at home is I'm at home with Jamaican people. I enjoy coming out to the constituencies, meeting some of the people, meeting some of the team of the various MPs. And I particularly would have been very offended had Donovan not invited me to Central Kingston this week because we had a good time together at the West Kingston conference, and I've been excited to see some of the work that he has done here. I've trolled this page. I've been reading up on what's been happening in Central Kingston, and I'm just completely blown away by the change and the movement that he has created in improving the community, improving the aesthetics of the community. Because it's not a simple thing about zinc fence or garbage situation. If you are living in a depressed area, if you're living in an area with garbage and zinc fence and all of those kinds of things around you, it naturally depresses your own personal spirit. So if you want to motivate people, if we want people to grab onto this idea that there is a prosperity train and that train is moving and you are to get on that train, then we have to get rid of the garbage, we have to get rid of the zinc fence, which is what he has been doing. And I'm really excited about the kinds of changes that he and his team in Central Kingston have made. And the fact, you asked him about housing stock and the agedness of the infrastructure. It wasn't born aged. There was a time when the housing stock and the infrastructure in Central Kingston was brand new. But it's not brand new and it didn't remain brand new because the administration previous, who had held this seat for so many decades, had not maintained it. And people have to understand that maintenance and the cost of maintenance is dependent on what is in your purse. And so I'm very happy to be here.
The last time I heard you on a platform, which I think was in West Kingston, what I took from the message I heard was that you were urging voters to consider the future of their children when they head to the ballot. Talk to me a little bit about why you thought that was so important, of all the things that you could have shared.
Because I have children. I have 3 children of my own, and I have 2 bonus ones who are now adults. And one of my main concerns about the children is the ability to educate them, the ability to access good education for them, the ability for me to send them out after 18 and for them to be able to grab onto opportunities and make life for themselves. And that can't happen if you're in a country where the economy is depressed. It can't happen if you have a debt burden strangling you. That's an albatross around your neck. It can't happen if you don't have proper roads, if you don't have proper transport system. I was so upset. I have been so upset about this whole treatment of the rural school buses, because to be able to get rural school children from their homes to school, to be able to access school and not be exhausted from 3 hours of battering from your wake up to when you get to school, from taxi to taxi and stuffed up in a taxi. Why would anybody oppose that? I cannot understand it for the life of me. So for me, this election is not an ordinary election. It's an election where I'm saying to my Jamaican family, take this decision seriously. It's not a flippant one. Think about your children and where you want them to go and where you want to be. I don't think my government offers a perfect government or perfect leadership, but we have demonstrated a commitment. We have demonstrated a fixity of purpose, and we have demonstrated that it's not just ad hoc ideas. It's a cohesive, well thought out, well researched, and now going to be well implemented plan.
And that message is going to be important because, as you both know, there's a significant segment of the population that say they're not interested. They're not coming out to vote. How do you convince those who are on the sidelines that, as you say, Senator, this is an important election and they ought to participate?
I hearken back to this demonstration that I saw at Heroes Circle when Jamaican people were dragged out to protest about something that it was clear they didn't understand. They didn't even know what they were protesting about. Yes. And I will use that as this analogy. It's easy to say, me can't bother. The whole of them are the same. Me not vote, because everybody else is saying it. And there becomes this sort of groundswell, and it's a popular thing to say. What I'm saying to my Jamaican people and my Jamaican family is, don't bother with the crowd talk. Think through this thing very carefully. Because there is, I don't want us to go reinventing the wheel. We've seen what this government has done in 9 years. But we have experienced what the previous government did in 18 years. And so we can't forget that. So for this election, we have to say, look, if you may not support everything the Labour Party, but I've said this to my friends and colleagues who are feeling somewhat apathetic. Pick one issue. Pick the issue that is nearest and dearest to you and take a look on that issue. What is the Jamaica Labour Party offering and what is the People's National Party offering? And I am willing to lay my head on the block that you will find more favour in what the Jamaica Labour Party is offering. If it's just that one issue, vote on that one issue.
I told you she's at home in the Senate, but clearly she's now at home at rallies. I won't keep you too longer, Eddie, because it shows that they've started. Senator Shireen Golding Campbell and Donovan Williams, incumbent member of parliament here in Central Kingston. They call him the impact boss. They've started on stage, so we're going to take you to it. Suka.
Thank you, Ricardo. Much.
never should have gone away and left you like I did, girl. I thought you'd take me back, but I was just a little bit late. I was born a winner. I know I am, yes I am. Whoa, yeah. I was born a winner. My lonely days and my lonely nights, girl, on the outside looking in, dreaming of holding you tight. Well, I guess I've had my day, you let me go my way. It's me who has to pay. A loser they call me, but now I'm a winner. Yes I am, yes I am. I was born a winner. I know I am, yes I am. Whoa, whoa, yeah. I was born a winner. I hear that you're leaving. It's the end of the line. We've been together for such a long time, and now that you go away, away from me, now that she's gone, leave me in misery, like kissing you in the night under the moonlight, and loving on the beach in the morning, like sleeping in the breeze under the willow trees, dreaming endless dreams. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? If I were a miller and the mill should grind me, would you miss your lover, man? Your soft shoe shine. Oh, sweet baby. If a tinker were my trade, would you still find me? Absolutely, yes, I would. Come give me your tomorrow. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? Oh, baby. See my love through loneliness. See my love through sorrow. I'm giving you my loneliness. Come give me your tomorrow. Yes. Oh, baby. Well, well, well. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my babies? If I were a miller and the mill should grind me, would you miss your lover, man? Your soft shoe shine. See my love through loneliness. See my love through sorrow. I'm giving you my holiness. Come give me your tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Just like the rain that falls
Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Errol, what your mother said. Read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzle in your cozy time. Some may have more.
Good afternoon, good evening rather. We are coming to you live from the Choose Jamaica public meeting in central Kingston. We can take you now to the stage where the proceedings are underway.
You're getting the information. You're getting the information. Let me remind the labor rights to my right. If you could move forward. Move forward, labor rights to my right. Can you move forward so that we can keep that area clear? All right, labor rights, labor rights, labor rights, labor rights of Central Kingston, labor rights of Central Kingston. You're active and strong for real. But I want you now to listen up as we continue in the upper house. We will bring someone who came from the bloodline of the Jamaica Labour Party. Another senator will be coming to speak to us. She is Senator Shireen Golden Campbell. Labour rights, let me hear it for her.
So me now lose my sanity for vanity, no friend for anything. So no care, you never forget me whenever you have me.
Central Kingston, show our labor rights. Chairman Brown, thank you. Thank you to MP Impact Boss Donovan Williams for inviting me. I just told Nationwide a while ago that if I never get an invitation to come to Central Kingston this weekend, I would have vexed. I want to say a big up to my sister Rosie Hamilton and her team from the Raytown Division. I was a little late. I didn't get to chat with you before I came. But Central Kingston, you know, I told West Kingston a couple weeks ago when I was there that I was somebody who was nervous on the rally platform. So that experience made me a little less nervous. But the truth is, I am not the one who come to rile you up. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I can match your spirit. I see some older folks in the crowd before proceedings started this evening. And believe you me, them younger than me. So what I come to talk to you about is some things that have to do with the transformation that has been taking place in Central Kingston and the work your MP has done. And I want you to hear me out because it's not a ray talk I'm coming to do. So when I talk to residents here and I talk to some of the leadership, one of the main things I talk about is the crime and the violence that had so plagued Central Kingston. But what is obvious to me is that your Jamaica Labour Party leadership, your constituency government, your national government has not sat idly by. No one on the JLP side have them hands in them head or hold them head without any other action and just bawling for divine intervention. That's not how we create policy and make change. Your government, your leadership has deployed the ZOSO, particularly in the Parade Gardens area. And I was shocked to hear that you're coming from what, 22 murders a year to what? Almost none? Almost none? That's amazing work. We have made the largest investment in the Jamaica Constabulary Force in our history. And that doesn't just impact the country nationally. It has impacted Central Kingston as well. That is what has allowed the police to acquire the tools that they are using and the resources that they have to tackle crime in a way that they have never been able to before. You've seen your MP, the impact boss, and I call him. I understand exactly why you give him that name. You've seen him advocating for the repair of roads and the lighting of roads in the community to take back the night from the criminals. So Central Kingston, let me tell you something. I am very proud of our government because I've seen the results of the work that has been done and taught the truth. So have you. But you know, we know that crime is not just a police issue. It's also a lack of opportunity issue. Too many young men choosing gangs because they don't know any other way. They haven't been shown another way over the years that we have been going on with high crime rate. And that's why our government has so significantly invested in skills training, digital literacy, and youth employment. Through the Heart NSTA Trust, we are training thousands of young people for real jobs, jobs in BPO, in tourism, construction, digital economy. So where the young people are, just wave to me. Young people, wave. I'm talking to you in particular. Listen to me. Before I came down here today, listen to me. Before I came down here today, I went on the website of the Heart NSTA. And there's a link on it you can click on called Programs. Who know about it? Programs. And when you click on that link, you see the number of certification programs that you can get involved in. Opportunities also for you to complete your subjects and to get a high school diploma if you don't have one. And do not tell me that you can't afford it, because Andrew Holness and his administration have made those courses free up to the associate's degree level. And I also want to talk to some of those young, older people I saw dancing in here when I got in this evening, because these programs are open to you as well. You can go and register and learn a new skill, be trained in a new area. 3,000 of older persons have already signed up for Heart programs. So said my colleague, Senator Dana Dixon, the Minister of Education, recently. And listen now, I don't want to take up too much time because it's a big platform and my deputy leader has his hierarchy. So let me observe where I stand. I want to talk to you about something that I want to talk to you when you're quiet. You have to quiet down. I need quiet. Hear me. If you will permit me, I'm going to speak to you. I'm the eldest of three. And I'm going to speak to you the way I speak to my brother, Stephen. How many of you know Stephen? You know Stephen? And my sister, Anne-Marita, when they make decisions that end up with bad results. And it's the same way that I talk to myself too, when I make decisions that end up with bad outcomes. Central Kingston, yes, you have suffered for decades. But I want you to be honest with yourself this evening. Even the people at the back, I want you to hear me. I want you to listen to me, and I want you to hear what I'm saying. When you made the decision that resulted in that suffering for decades, ask yourself, what was the choice I made then? What was the choice I made for myself, my family, and my country? And ask yourselves, when things began to turn around, what was the leadership choice that I made at that time? Now listen, I'm a mom of three. So I'm a sister of three, I am a mom of three, and I have two bonus kids who are grown people today. So I'm not beating you up for making a bad decision. I want you to understand me. We live and we learn from our mistakes. But I am asking you, Central Kingston Laborites, Central Kingston No P, and Central Kingston PNP people who say them born and grow PNP. I am asking you, think carefully. This next time around is not an ordinary time. Think carefully. You have had your quota of suffering. Central Kingston, you have had your quota of crime and violence. You have had your quota of your families living in fear. You have been subjected to enough nice talking and no action. So, do not let them fool you again. The same ones that held the reins for 18 years are the ones who want to come back again after they turned their back on you for 18 years. Do not go back to the days of promises without action. Your MP Donovan Williams and his Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the whole team away. We are not a one-man band. I have some good colleagues in the Senate. I have some good colleagues in the lower house. I have some good colleagues in the councillor section. And we are all rolling up our sleeves to do what we can to help our Prime Minister to move this nation forward. So Central Kingston, we're building a Jamaica that is stronger, safer, more prosperous. So on election day, when it comes, when our Prime Minister calls it, I want you to show up and vote. I want you to show up and vote for the development you've seen in your community, for the work that your MP and your team, you have done in your community. Let us keep building. Central Kingston, you hear what I said tonight? Move Central Kingston back to the place of pride that it has been in the past. It had a hiccup, we made a mistake, but we now buck with toe again. Choose Jamaica, choose Andrew Holness, choose Donovan Williams.
Labor rights, you hear it? We have a choice to make. Let's make no mistake. We have to choose the Jamaica Labour Party candidates. We have to choose the Jamaica Labour Party. We have to choose Jamaica. Labour rights, coming now to address us, is a member of parliament, yes, with another bloodline from the Jamaica Labour Party, coming from Northwest St. Andrew to address us. Let me hear you make welcome Dwayne Smith.
Don't you trouble Zion, send me no trouble them. Don't you trouble Zion, leave them alone. Zion has the key.
Show a labor right.
Open any door.
Show a labor right. I want to first acknowledge all my colleagues on the platform, Minister Mackenzie, Minister Williams, Minister Chuck, Minister Cuthbert Flynn, members of parliament, senators, constituency caretakers, councillors, councillor caretakers, Labour Rights of Central Kingston, my team here from Northwest St. Andrew with me, show Labour Rights. Labour Rights, it is interesting that Fabian would mention bloodline when mentioning me and Senator Golden. But Labour Rights, I'm here to tell you that I stand in front of you tonight as Member of Parliament for Northwest St. Andrew only because of Central Kingston. Central Kingston is where my political genesis started. I ended up following my father in a life of politics. And my father started his political career right here in Central Kingston. At that time, it was called West Central Kingston. In 1983, Derek Smith was the Member of Parliament down here before he went to Northwest St. Andrew and did 7 unbroken terms as the Member of Parliament. So Labour Rights Central Kingston is near and dear to me, and I am very happy to be here tonight. But I'm here not to talk about my history. I'm here to throw my support, 100% support, to your Member of Parliament, Donovan Impact Williams. Donovan is a hard-working Member of Parliament. He's visible, he's accessible, he's underground, and he has a lot of tangible achievements that he can show you that what he has done. The work that has been done in Central Kingston in the last 5 years far supersedes anything that has been done in this constituency before. My friend Senator Fitzgerald spoke about some of the projects. I'm going to speak about a little bit more. I want to talk about the sidewalk bathroom removal program that he did, the electricity regularization program in Campbelltown, the sporting facilities, one over in Franklin Town, the Azteca Stadium, the Ray Town Playfield, the zinc fence removal program. Right behind us, there was a zinc fence, that there's no longer a zinc fence because of your Member of Parliament. Not to mention the social houses that are down here. Just down the road, there's a multi-family social housing development, among others that has been done. Labour rights, let me tell you something. When you see our Prime Minister cutting ribbons for social housing development, it's not easy work. It is a lot of representation done by a Member of Parliament to get to the stage for the Member of Parliament, for the Prime Minister to come here and cut ribbon. A lot of work goes behind it, and you must congratulate your Member of Parliament. The amount of roads that have been fixed in Central Kingston has never happened before. It is unprecedented. A lot of persons don't like when politicians talk about roads. They say that, Mr. Smith, roads is something that politicians are supposed to do, which is true. But why I speak about it is because for many years before this administration, this country spent a majority of the budget paying debt. Minister Williams can tell you that. And after paying debt, there was never enough money to fix roads. In my constituency of Northwest St. Andrew, road is the #1 problem. Decades of underdevelopment with the roads. And it was not a lack of representation, but it's a lack of money. Because of your Prime Minister and his administration, Jamaica is finally in a position to fix these roads. As I come down Labour rights, I have to say a little thing about the People's National Party. When you look at the candidate the PMP has sent to represent the people of Central Kingston, you know them not serious about your future. They have sent a man down here who has reached mandatory retirement age in his previous job. Come down him at him house doing nothing and say want to try a thing in politics. No, Central Kingston, we're not going back there. Central Kingston is not anybody's retirement or pension plan. It's about hard work and dedication. So when you see the man in the orange shirt with the big glasses come to your gate, tell him to go back to him grandchildren. No, Labour rights. Let me be clear. In our party, we do have grandparents too. But no member of the Jamaica Labour Party of that age joined the party during retirement age. They came here as young men and women and they work hard and they win election after election after election. So Labour right, the Jamaica Labour Party has done well. Andrew Holness and his administration has done well, and they need 5 more years in government to finish the work that they have started. And guess what, Central Kingston? I have good news for you. The electors of Central Kingston has the easiest job to do. The easiest job. Let me tell you, all you have to do to secure Desmond McKenzie as a minister for another 5 years, Favour Williams for another 5 years, Delroy, Juliet, all of us for 5 years. All you have to do is re-elect Donovan Williams. On election night, when Donovan come home, you can turn off your TV because that means Labour Party come home too. Andrew Holness has been doing an excellent job. All of the indications have been good. Crime is down. Unemployment is down, meaning you or members of your family will have an easier time getting a job. It is at the lowest level it has ever been. Labour rights, we have done so much. The Jamaica Labour Party needs another 5 terms. So the ball is in your court, Central Kingston. Bring Donovan home and you bring home the Jamaica Labour Party. Show our Labour rights, choose Jamaica.
Labour rights, we hear it. Bring home Donovan Williams for Central Kingston and you bring home the Jamaica Labour Party. Bring home Donovan Williams and you bring home the Jamaica Labour Party. No matter we done win already thing. We make sure say we do the work. We do the work. Labour rights, you are hearing the messages from the platform. I want you to continue to stay tuned because more information is coming your way. More information that you should be using to inform your neighbors. Now, when we are on platforms like this, we're not just talking to the Labour rights. We're talking to those who don't decide yet, who not too sure, or who maybe cross the other side thinking what to do. So we have to give them the information so that they can choose correctly. So coming now to address us is one who has served our country in another form not so long ago. And she has stepped into this space. Maybe you can say she run into this space and she has served and continued to serve over the hills and over the valleys. And she's been making the impact, creating history as the first woman sitting in the seat that she has now sit. She is the state minister in the Ministry of National Security. I speak of none other than the Honorable Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, the boss lady for West Rural St. Andrew.
Them why you say you feel, but you are with the next term this year. Right now, Juliet no have no worries. She a lead on everything, yes. She a win everything right now.
Labour rights. Central Kingston, you ready? We not for ask that. We know so you're ready. We're ready long time. Good evening to all the members on the platform. Let me say that I'm here to support Donovan Williams, my friend, my colleague. Not sure what's happening, but we need to calm down over there. All right, green team. Labour rights. We are going to choose Jamaica when the Prime Minister calls the next general election. Labour rights. Right now, we are at a defining moment. Put on the so the cameramen can see.
Labor rights, we're at a crossroads. We're at a defining moment. And there's no way we can choose that other person as our leader of this country. We have to make sure that we do everything in our power to put Andrew Michael Holness back as the leader of this country, this great country. We're going to choose between progress and destruction, because there are two men, and all we know that they're good for is destruction, and there's no way we're going to choose them. We're going to choose safer communities, and that is what we have seen here in central Kingston with Donovan Williams. There's a Zozo here, and as you heard from Senator, we knew what the crime rate was like in central Kingston, and now we're seeing a more peaceful community when you look at what is happening. When you look at what we have done, another man in Ball and was calling down for divine intervention. But what we did, we made sure that we put in the work. We made sure that we put the things in place. We made sure that we invested in technology. We made sure that we invested in our police officers. We made sure that we moved the numbers from 9,000 to 14,000, because that is the only way you get more boots on the ground. We made sure we looked at the conditions of what our police officers were facing. They were in run-down police stations, and we made sure that we uplifted them. We made sure that we rebuilt, we overhaul police stations right across Jamaica. That is what we did. We made sure that we implemented the zones of special operation. We also made sure that we put in the zones of special operations for communities like this to decrease the crime rate. When you look at what we're doing, we're choosing Jamaica because we're choosing better health care, right? We are improving hospitals. That is something the PMP, they don't know anything about that. They have not done anything for health care in Jamaica when you look at infrastructure upgrade. And it's this government that is improving the upgrade of infrastructure when it comes to hospital. We're now building a new wing at Spanish Town Hospital. We're also doing that for University of the West Indies. We just saw the Honorable Christopher Tufton just yesterday opening a brand new facility in Alexandria in Xavier Main's constituency. We are putting in the work, and that is why we're asking you once again to choose Jamaica. We are doing small things, labor rights. When you look at the second chance smiles, you may look at something that is something simple, but it's not that simple. We are doing the work for the welfare and the well-being of our community members. We are giving them new teeth. When you look at the new limb on life, we're making sure that persons who had a disability with having no arm, no legs, we are making sure that we're giving them prosthesis. So, labor rights, that is why we are choosing Jamaica when the next election is called. This great member of parliament and minister is doing a wonderful job. When you look at the welfare, we not take up people and carry them, go dump them nowhere in a Jamaica. We are taking care of our people's welfare. When you look at the amount of drop-in centers that this minister is putting across, right across Jamaica, he just opened another drop-in center in Portland. We are looking out for the most vulnerable in communities, making sure that they can have a nice meal, making sure that they can have a nice bath or a shower, right, labor rights? And so, labor rights, we are the ones uplifting the people of this country. We are not dumping them in any mud lake. And can you imagine, labor rights, the kind of uproar that these bad minds, as Daryl Vaz would say, people talking about the bus system that we're implementing for our students. A bad mind, them really bad mind. They don't want to see nothing good happening in Jamaica. They don't want to see anything good happening for our rural children. But we are going to continue that train. Them cannot stop we. And we are going to, as Daryl said, when September morning come, the children will have new school buses to go on and take them to and from school. Labor rights, we are the working government. And my West Rural family, where on the day, we are here in our numbers to support Donovan Williams tonight, because I know that West Rural people, them ready to return Juliet Cuthbert Flynn. And I know that you, Central Kingston, you are ready to return Donovan Williams into the seat. When you look at the water systems that we are implementing, can you imagine? That means the PMP, that means that them never done nothing for 18 and a half years. If we have to implement so many water projects, what do you think was happening? They weren't doing anything at all. We are the ones changing the face of Jamaica. We are the one bringing a new Jamaica to you. And so, labor rights, when you look at all the work that I've seen Donovan Williams doing here in Central Kingston, I heard a lady over there say them have concrete house we are build. We not believe in the boardhouse business. Concrete house we are build. We are mash down zinc fences. We're going to mash down zinc fences, and we're going to put in what? Concrete walls. Yes, labor rights. We are going to continue the work. We're going to make sure that we bring back dignity to our people. Electricity, we say. Make sure that your house is wired. Make sure that you can turn on your lights. The PMP have been keeping us in darkness. Yes. And we will not return. We will not return to that. Mark Golden is not a good leader. He can't represent me. I mean, no, Sam can't represent none of uno, because we believe in progress. We want a leader that when he stands on any world platform, that we are proud to say that that is our Prime Minister. And the one person that we can say can do that at this time in our history is Andrew Michael Holness. And so, labor rights, I say to you, me not have to ask if you're ready. Me know say you're ready, labor rights. Me not have to ask again. When the time comes, you're going to put that X beside, as Warmington says, that beautiful bell. Show a labor rights.
Labor rights, you hear it? Impact, and still more impact to come. Just like you hear it elsewhere, it's going to be bus after bus after bus after bus after bus. Achievements after achievements after achievements. There is more to be said. There is more to be said, labor rights. And coming to the microphone now is that another history maker. The first person of her gender to land this job of the Minister of Finance. And we talk about no other than the boss lady for Eastern St. Andrew, the two-time Member of Parliament, the Honorable Abel Williams, the Minister of Finance and the Public Service. Labor rights, the independent lady. Come forward.
Not sponge for a boy where you feel like. Can buy something drink if you feel like. Nobody worry about me, call me alright. Me just a wine and a dance cause it dance nice. You a pre up my style like your eyesight. It's like me, I watch you, I watch my life. Yeah, the clothes are mine, the shoes are mine, the hair are mine, oh my looks are fine. Love the music, a party time. Tell the haters to stay behind. Cause me know about you, but me know about me. Me a enjoy myself.
Show labor rights! Show labor rights! Deputy Leader Mackenzie, colleague MPs, MP caretakers, councillors, caretaker councillors, leadership of Area Council 1, my councillor, Mr. Gary Gordon, shower labor rights, shower Almond Town, shower Central Kingston, shower MP Donovan Williams, shower Councillor Rosie from the Raytown Division, shower caretaker Councillor Andre Ellis. Greetings from St. Andrew Eastern. Our St. Andrew Eastern People's Day. Labor rights all across Jamaica. The JLP members of Parliament can speak to their achievements in their constituencies. Here in Central Kingston, I know you have a hard-working member of Parliament. I see the work that MP Williams has been doing, and me not have to ask you if he's working hard, because me drive through this constituency every weekday to go to my job at the Ministry of Finance, and so I know that he is doing the work. Central Kingston, your member of Parliament deserves another term. In St. Andrew Eastern, we can proclaim the work of this Jamaica Labour Party government in improved roads, water and sewage infrastructure, in significantly improved security in many communities. In St. Andrew Eastern, we can proclaim the work of the Jamaica Labour Party government in education, in employment, in parks and green spaces. Only yesterday, some much needed road repair happened in a community in St. Andrew Eastern, and they were so happy they sent me pictures. We are doing the work. The Jamaica Labour Party government has a long list of achievements all across Jamaica. And I want to say to you, those of you who go to Hope Gardens, come this week, later on this week, we're going to cut a ribbon on the significantly improved entrance road. You remember how that road looked? It was in disrepair. We are going to cut the ribbon on that, thanks to the partnership with our private sector entities. So when Cleveland Tomlinson, junior opposition spokesman for finance and planning, said in his article on July 15, entitled Assessing the JLP's Economic Record, he said the Jamaica Labour Party is unsurprisingly leaning hard on its economic record as the party seeks a third term. And to that I say, yes, Cleveland, we have a record, we have an economic record on which we can lean. Do you have a record on which you can lean? Our low unemployment rate is one such achievement in the Jamaica Labour Party's long list of achievements. And it's one that the PNP needs to come to terms with. They can't bring themselves to acknowledge that more people are working. A lot more people are working under the Jamaica Labour Party government than at any time in our history since independence. So let me give you some figures so that when you go out, back to your homes, in the streets, and people talk about unemployment, tell them that the latest unemployment rate, which was published on July 15, was a low of 3.3%. Before that, the figure was 3.7%. So let me break it down to you. 24,200 more persons are employed. That's what that number means. 24,200 persons more are employed. Where did those 24,200 persons come from? 12,800 of them were unemployed, meaning they did not have a job and they were actively looking for a job, and they found it. So where did the other 11,400 people come from who found jobs? They came from outside of the labor force. And that is important because it means those people were not looking for a job. So they were not counted as unemployed because they're not looking for a job. So guess what? The job find them, and they're now in the employed labor force. We have never had it so good on the employment front in the entire history of Jamaica since independence. Yes, we still have a lot of work to do to ensure that persons continue to be trained so that they can step into higher paying jobs. But there is no denying that the Jamaica Labour Party has a long list of achievements to lean on as it asks the Jamaican people for a third term. We're not just promising. We can say to Jamaicans, this is what we have done with the time and resources that you have given us, that you have entrusted us with. We commit to continue the achievements on your behalf so your lives and that of your children and grandchildren can continue to improve year after year after year. And so I say to all of you here and to all persons watching, choose Jamaica. Choose the Jamaica Labour Party. Show a labor rights. Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our...
Show a labor rights. You have heard it again. Choose the Jamaica Labour Party. Choose Jamaica. There's been lots of persons who have woken up and seen the light and choosing Jamaica, choosing the Jamaica Labour Party. And right here in Central Kingston, the Impact Boss have been making such an impact and such a difference that there are many who have been choosing the Jamaica Labour Party and choosing Jamaica. And so right here tonight, on this very stage, we have a testimony of that choice. And now I'm going to call the latest entrance to this right choice. I am calling the man, Lawrence Rowe, to the microphone, because he has chosen Jamaica.
It's a party marching on to victory. Labour Party marching.
Show our labor rights. Psalms 19, verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Shower labor rights. And to my PMP family who are also here, shower. Shout. Special greetings to the workers, warriors, and the leadership of Era Council 1. And to our very own impact boss, Donovan Williams. We believe in the impact then, and we're going to continue the impact onwards ever until them son him. So hear me now. I was in Westmoreland and I told the labor rights there that I was born at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital. And then my mother took me home in Alman Town. And just like how Mark Golden wants accountability from everybody else, we want to see a birth paper to know if you're an authentic Jamaican. So, all of you know me. I was born here, grew here, do business here, into many relationships here, met many friends here, and have a few foes. I have served this constituency on a political and non-political basis. All of you know I'm not tribal. Labor rights and PMP love me alike. I go everywhere without fear and favor and without security. Because I look like you, sound like you, I am from you, and you know where me born, grew, and raised. All of us went through the same hardships together. And we know we can do it together. We know that this constituency have been loyal to one political party for many decades. We know that we have been rebelling up to 2016 when the JLP grew by 45% and the PMP lost by 4%. We knew that come 2020, things would take a turn. When I stepped forth in 2016 and challenged Ronald Thwaites, I was the sole nominee, and Paul Burke mashed up the conference. 2 years later, they batched a conference and said the member of parliament who was here for 20 years defeated me by 14 votes. What can go so? 7 months later, he was sent his marching orders by Peter David Phillips, and a selection process opened, and he was told in no uncertain terms that he couldn't enter. They botched a process and a young lady evolved. But just as how we got rid of one addict then, we're going to get rid of another one now. Because we know that Donovan now turn up on the gambling house with the CDF money. We know the impact boss, not partial whether you're PMP or labor rights. Franklin Town is the strongest PMP community. And in 1 week, they requested the resurfacing of their football field, and they got it. In 1 week, Rayton Fishing Village, who have been loyal to the People's National Party, have been without light, street light for decades, and 1 phone call to my member of parliament. And Rayton Fishing Village have street lights, solar street lights. So we don't worry about JPS, who never cared about repairing the street lamps. Our impact boss delivered for us. I supported him in 2020 in rebellion of what was taking place in this constituency. When you look across this constituency, we were living in high degradation. Sanitation was poor. People were parachuting them in the scandal bag and throw it. That is what we were living in. I saw Observer, where some people in Raytown Fishing Village, I call on the MP and the councillor to deal with sewage condition down there. I can tell you, it took hours for him to deal with it, and they have been living like that for decades. They are a set of ungrateful people. But to you, my young people, I know that you are not tribal. I know that you are not loyal to any one party. I know that your parents can't tell you who to vote for because you want better for yourself and your family to come. We know that our impact boss, when fire take away, him not come ask about well entitled to steal our property. Him provide material assistance whether you are PMP or JLP, and him take care of the PMP more. The people them down Southside burn out and them not get no assistance from him yet. But a whole heap of PMP get burn out and them get assistance after assistance after assistance. And some man come at them place and give them 1 toilet paper, 1 toothpaste, 1 toothbrush, 1 soap or drop. That's all. And just 3 weeks ago, he did the same. We don't want that. We want real development in Central Kingston. And because I supported him and held his hand in 2020, and I was never afraid then, and it was never a secret, so nobody feel as if I was hiding anything. All of you in Central Kingston know that I supported Donovan then. And I told the PMP that I was supporting Donovan. They tried sending me to Eastern St. Thomas to help Fenton Ferguson. Then they sent me to West Rural, St. Andrew, in the Reddit division. I had to mobilize my own money to finance my stay there. But I knew then deep down that I had to come home and vote for Donovan, and I didn't care about it. And when I walked to the polling station, and the PMP was just right there, I walked right past them. So I never treat them. I stepped right in. And when I marked that ballot, I kissed it and said, this is it. Because I have never ever voted for a loser.
Jamaica, nobody fuss down, nobody fight, we did not feel your labor right. No shaky boat because a woman will like, we did not feel your labor right. The river come down green, it's so pretty and bright.
So, I see a little man who I don't know where I'm born came here and took some liberty with me. I talk about shenanigans and real man. Let me remind him I protected you politically and in business, saved you millions of dollars when some who are now in Central St. Mary bled your company, and all I received was a text message and a report for work and protect my investment. I protected you politically when I had to fork out over $500,000 to sponsor your nomination, and I had to wait for months, and up to now, I don't get my full reimbursement. How dare you? I have the email threads to prove it. The shenanigans that I did to protect you and the signatures that I had to sign allowed you to remain president of the PMP today. When the conference concluded and the resolution to allow the leader not to be challenged for 2 years was not passed, I moved a motion to reconvene conference, and you are now president today, and you cannot be challenged until after a general election. Me do that. I wanted to release the poll findings since I was candidate for Central Kingston. Neither you, Damian Crawford, Lisa Anna, Peter Bunting, and all the brand names in the PMP never poll as high as me. Mark Golin, your time has expired. I told you on the 4th of January that you're wrong to trouble me, and I will give you a political backsliding. One and two only, third-term labor rights.
Labor rights. Things just get warm. Things just get warm. Labor rights. I know me say so. Labor rights. Him was there and now he's here. So if he was there, he must know some things. Labor rights. Show our labor rights. Show our labor rights. All right. Labor rights. Labor rights. When I listen to all of that, my granny used to say, if you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone. And sit there now. All right. Labor rights. Settle down. I did tell you that you are going to get enough information that you can move to the highways and the byways, the streets and the lanes, and to make sure that you don't need argument, you don't need cascas, but you will have facts. And that is what we deal with in the Jamaica Labour Party. So coming now to address us, is a senior labor right, a senior man in the party, a 7-star general, hail from the constituency of St. Andrew Northeast. I speak of none other than the Minister of Justice, the Honorable Delroy Chuck.
Them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do what the labor right have a mash them up. Yeah, labor right, why mash them up? Whoa. Them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do what the yes and you why mash them up? Yeah, labor right, why mash them up? Whoa. Road a fix now, we have no one there. House a build now, we have no one there. Development, we have no one there. Plus the progress, we have no one there. Ring the bell, them, we have no one now. Blow the hand, them, we have no one there. Bust the move, them, we have no one. Champion, him a real champion. Them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do what the yes and you why mash them up. Yeah, labor right, why mash them up? Whoa. Them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do what the labor right have a mash them up. Yeah,
Labor rights. Labor rights. Show colleagues on the platform, I came here to support Donovan Williams. But when I listen to Lawrence Shaw, argument done.
Them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do what the labor rights have to mash them up. Yeah, labor right, why mash them up? Why? Them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do what the yes and you why mash them up? Yeah, labor right, why mash them up? Why? Know that things now we are gonna want that. Us a bill now we are gonna want.
Labor rights. I know that Donovan Williams have done a lot for this constituency. Much more than the 30-odd years of Ronnie Thwaites and Victor Cummings. And no one better explain it than Lawrence Rowe. So I'm not going to go over it again, because Lawrence Rowe has done it. And I know with Lawrence Rowe's testimony, second term for Donovan Williams, sure. But you know, labor rights, this is so right across the country. After 2020, there are about 15 seats that the Labour Party won, additional seats from 34. And most of those 15 seats, the Labour Party were winning them after 30 or so years of PNP representation. And when you see in the 5 years what the Labour Party MPs have done, not only are we should be proud of them, but they put the PNP of 30 years in shame. And you can understand labor rights. When you take the leadership of the People's National Party, after them serve, many of them, for much part of the 30-odd years, them just stay in the constituency, you know. Them run. You take Peter Bunting, the man who rode a Crawford give a good backsliding. Not only did he run from southeast Clarendon, run to central Manchester, and rode to Crawford, beat him, and before him stayed there with the people, him run again, looking at a seat down in South Manchester. You see the same again with Damien Crawford. Run up in the Eastern St. Andrew, get beat up, run to Eastern Portland, get beat up, and him run down to St. Catherine. And how many of you, when you listen to Damien Crawford, you know him as a goat farmer? And when him talk, him sound like him talking to the goats. That's Damien Crawford. And when you take Wickham McNeil, 5 terms in Western Westmoreland, and him lose, him not stay with the people. No, him run gone to Northern Trelawney. It's the same you find out with Campbell, the General Secretary. Get beaten up in Northern Trelawney and run down to Eastern Westmoreland, looking a safe seat. So, what I'm telling you, labor rights, all of these PNP, all of them, they're not interested in serving the people, helping the people. All they want is power. Power. And that is why the Prime Minister talk about them power hungry. And I say across Jamaica, the people of this country, especially those sitting on the sideline, must wake up and recognize that a representative of the People's National Party mean us no good. But you know, labor rights, we are a party, the Jamaica Labour Party. When we make promises, we keep them. How many of you remember 1.5? In 2016, we said when we win the election, we're going to, anyone earn it up to 1.5 million will no longer pay income tax. And the PNP them say, it can't be done.
We're going to mash up the economy. Well, as soon as we came in, we not only implemented, but you know, the PNP them, who used to say it can't be done, now them want to put it to 3 million. And we are trying to explain to them, you must understand mathematics. If you put it to 3 million, it will cost $40 billion. But Nigel Clark and Favor Williams said, no, we can't go there now. We're putting up 1.6, 1.7, 1.8 to 2 million. But the PNP don't understand mathematics. So you hear Mark Golan say, the bus that costs $1.4 billion, that is too expensive. He's going to do something different. So he's going to let the children then pack up in taxi and pack up in buses and give the people $500 per day. The families $500 per day. Listen, labor rights. Me a mathematician, you know. You think I'm a lawyer? Me a mathematician. So me know them don't understand mathematics. So $500 a day is $2,500 per week. 2,500, 10,000 per month. They want to give 20,000 family. 10,000 per month. That's 200 million per month. And children go to school for at least 8 months, sometimes 9 months. Say 8 months, that's $1.6 billion for the year. And if they should ever implement that plan, not only the 1.6 billion disappear in 1 year, every year 1.6 billion, but where the bus them? Now with the buses, although we spent 1.4 billion, it wasn't to buy the buses alone. We not only buy the buses, but we have to fix them up. We have to pay for their transportation to get to Jamaica. And so all of that is a part of the 1.4. But the wicked, bad-minded PNP then give the impression that the 1.4 is what the buses cost. Not true. Daryl Baza said the buses cost between 10,000 and 20,000 US, each of them. And I'm telling the labor rights, I have gone into one of the buses and them look good. Yes, they're 10 or 12 years old, but they will transport our children well. And then the PNP them, they want to rescue Jamaica. The only time Jamaica need rescuing is when the PNP in power. When the Labour Party is in power, we're always on the right track. And what on earth they want to rescue the Labour Party from? As Minister Williams tell you, from low unemployment, the highest number of Jamaicans working in this country. When we took power, 1.2 million people were working. We're now 1.25. 250,000 more jobs in the last 9 years. Can you believe that? This is a government at work for the people, a caring government. And what you want to rescue Jamaica from? You want to rescue Jamaica from the declining crime rate, declining murder rate? Under the PNP, the first time we ever had 1,000 murders was under the PNP. And it is under the Labour Party that we're going to take it down under 1,000. Labour rights, tell the rest of Jamaica, the Labour Party cares for Jamaica. And that is why we must choose Jamaica. Choose the Labour Party. Choose Andrew Holness. Choose Donovan Williams. Show our Labour rights.
Labor rights. Labor rights, you have information. You have the reason why you're choosing the Jamaica Labour Party. If it's more garbage truck, we choose the Jamaica Labour Party. If it's better roads, we choose the Jamaica Labour Party. If it's concrete house for those less fortunate, we choose the Jamaica Labour Party. If it's low crime rate, we choose the Jamaica Labour Party. If it's hospital repair and renew hospital, we choose the Jamaica Labour Party. Labour rights, I could go on and on and on. Because there are so many reasons why we need to choose the Jamaica Labour Party. Labour rights. We are going to now hear from somebody who you know very well, especially those of you in Central Kingston. Those persons who would be in the downtown Kingston area know this person very well. This individual has been serving at various different levels in the Jamaica Labour Party. Has been serving at various different levels at the municipal authority. The one person I speak of is going to be the next member of parliament for Central Clarendon. I speak of no other person than Delroy Feder Williams. Let's hear it, Labour rights.
Cause when one of them have to say, them do that, they moving there with them day. Them talk about we like every day, we talk about them like not one day. Young Feda, everybody just a fall away, yo, we can't be one on who that day. Hey, we have guys up like every day. We 3 pints no go so easy. Then why Williams have the key to the city? We no care to feel bad mind or iniquity. And if them try to violate it, now go pretty. One time we never too care, but now we picky. Hey, nobody grudge with two things because I know for you. They never tell enough for trouble when they trouble you. Somebody couldn't tell you, say that's a way of yours. They lie running whole place and it obvious. Then I see some we are praying, we just like the ocean, yeah. When you're there, better than your son, no the explosion, and we make the commotion, yeah. They even dance with them, watch we have emotion, deep and we slow down. We do it first, got them soft like lotion and waves like the ocean, yeah. When they make my see a force on. The pain of the fight, all the hate, all the lies to me, and somebody who me love, clever. Push me out of the turn, you see me that I run, cut me now, you could have not seen a blood. Ready up again, hard really. Shot me in the heat for me love, all of me life experiences. Things when me go through for real, build me up as a top. Why say them bad, why I'm great? But I don't have time to chase the guy. When I'm the same, I love the girl, the man, the man, is sexy and clean. But when I have nothing when I cook in a canteen. Do me see me all the while, I make them run around. Shout. Well, madam, nothing personal.
Yeah, man, nothing wrong with pain. Part of the struggles make we know somebody where we like. Shower, impact boss. One impact boss. Well, I mean, we are waiting for the impact for Donovan, you know, but one impact boss.
When them cuss, when them go and complain. One of them pressure coming out.
No, nothing again.
Just can't get me off in your brain. Take you detour and pop on my name. Then quarantine and them.
Yeah, get me out of the game.
Balling and then quarantine. No, they want to be done if you game. Me riding chest so high.
Labour rights. Impact now left the game. No. We have come too far in Central Kingston to leave the game. You know something? A lot of MPs do a lot of work, you know. All over. But you know what I like about Impact Boss, Donovan Williams? It's not just about the work, you know. I want you to listen to me. It's not just the work he has done in Central Kingston. Donovan has a real connection to the people of Central Kingston. Because we can do work, you know. We can do work, but we're still not connected to people. And this is something we have to credit Donovan for. In his years of representation,
not even one term yet, he has developed a closeness, a connection, a realness with the people of Central Kingston. And that is to his credit and to your credit, because I know he understands you and you understand him. He's miserable sometimes, but you understand his miserableness. And so you're like a family now with him, and that is what I appreciate about the nature of his representation in Central Kingston. The other thing about Donovan, when it comes to Central Kingston, and that's the reason why he's called Impact Boss. He really wants to make an impact in the lives of the people of Central Kingston. Donovan really wants to improve the quality of life in Central Kingston. He agonizes over it day and night. Sometimes when he don't have nobody for cuss, him call me and him cuss me. No, and I'm speaking the truth. He agonizes over Central Kingston. He wants better for Central Kingston. He's committed to the infrastructure development of Central Kingston. Whether you talk about housing, sewage, water, road, just name it. He agonizes over those things. And when it's not happening fast enough, and he thinks that things going too slow, he calls me. And him cuss me, and him cuss me, and him cuss me, and him cuss me. Because he believes that if him cuss me enough, I'm going to take up the phone and I'm going to call a few people and cuss them. And things might happen. But the real point is that he's interested in the development of Central Kingston. And he's committed to it, and he will not give up. He will not leave the game. He will see through the end the development of Central Kingston. He's also fully committed to the professional development of the people of Central Kingston. We're talking about now training our young people and our young adults and our middle-aged adults and just the people of Central Kingston developing their skills in the different skills areas available. He is heavily invested in that. That is why he is fully committed and has done everything in line with the Art Trust training program. The free tuition at Art Trust NTA for people up to associate degree level. That is something I know he's always around, trying to engage the young people to develop their skill set. That is not only important for the development of Central Kingston, it is also important for the development of Jamaica. It is important for us as we continue to grow the economy of Jamaica, that our young people, that our middle-aged young adults, that we invest in the development of our skills, invest and respond to the government's investment in you. As the government makes it easier and easier for you to obtain quality training at the various institutions across. So that is something I am highlighting because I know Donovan, this is critical to him. Now, where we are. We are here where he has done, you have seen him. You know Donovan. You know what he's capable of. You know his strength and you know his weakness. You know him. And I believe you have confidence in his leadership.
You believe that he will lead Central Kingston into development and continue the development of Central Kingston. So as we approach the election, and we are approaching an election, as we approach the election, weeks away, I don't know how many weeks, but weeks away, his fate is now in your hands. You are the ones that will decide if Donovan will continue on the foundation and the platform he has established for the growth and development of Central Kingston. That is in your hands. It is in your vote, the vote you cast on election day, but not just the vote. It is the work that you will do to ensure his victory on election day. It is all of that work. It is the canvassing. It is talking to your neighbors. It is continue to go out there day after day and speak to people and let them understand what the government has done for this country. And there are many things to highlight about what the government has done for this country. It's to highlight what Donovan has done in his leadership of the constituency over the last 4 years plus. You need to go out there and tell your neighbors and tell the residents of Central Kingston. I like this because we take it for granted sometimes that people are aware of everything. Not so. You have a responsibility as workers, as supporters, and just general as residents who want to see Donovan return after the next general election. You have a responsibility to go and speak to your neighbors and educate them in terms of what has been done at the level of the government and at the level of the constituency. As I close, labor rights in Central Kingston. I walked Central Kingston about a week ago. One section of it was a very good walk. The people are energized. The people are going to vote. The walk I did last week showed me that people are going to vote. And they are energized. I remember going to one home, a home with about 10 voters. Sorry, I lie. 19 voters. 19 voters, that's the truth. And when I went there, the lady was talking, and I said, boy, me have a look at problem, and nobody see me problem. But you know what the lady said to me? After she said all of that, she said, something, but me I go vote, Because we can't tell you, one thing we can't tell you, the MP work. A whole heap of things me see I do. A whole heap of things happen. So although me not get that little thing don't believe it's a story I'm making up. And I can tell you the road, but I won't tell you the home. It's McQueenie. And the lady told me that she wanted something, she didn't get it. But she has seen the work done. And she respects the work that has been done by the MP and the team and the government. And she and her entire family, numbering 19, that they will go out and vote because they have seen the evidence. They have seen the work done to get their vote, and they are going to vote. Labor rights. That is the spirit. That is the spirit. And a lot of people across Central Kingston, both labor rights and people who normally vote for the other party, they have seen the work. And they will go, some will go quietly, some will go loudly, but people will go out and cast their vote for the Jamaica Labour Party government, for the Andrew Holness government, for Donovan Williams and his representation here because they believe that the work has been done. And they want that to continue. They want that to continue. I was walking Central Clarendon today and somebody said to me, look here, I tell you the truth. I'm not a hardcore laborite. But may I tell you the truth, the Andrew Holness government deserve a next opportunity because they have worked and we have seen the work and we have felt the work. Him had in a little part that me a go whisper. Him say when him look on the other side, honestly, he doesn't see any alternative. He said to me, in today's Jamaica, looking at Jamaica today, looking at the digital world, that's how he spoke. He said, looking at the digital world, looking where we are going as a country, the only party, the only government that he has confidence in to take this country gloriously into the future is this current government led by the most honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. He was very clear that he did not see the quality and the leadership on the other side to think about them even at this time. So he told me that he will cast his vote early on election day for the JLP because he believes that the evidence is clear that the government deserves a next term. The opportunity to take Jamaica, continue to take Jamaica forward. No new taxes and so much investment in the infrastructure of this country, hardly borrowing money to invest in infrastructure. We don't know this in our history. This is new to us. This is a Jamaica. This is a government that is managing this country effectively and efficiently and in the interest of the people of this country. And I believe this to the core of my being. I'm not talking because I'm a JLP or I've supported the JLP. I'm not talking because of that. I am talking because the truth is staring us in the face. This is a government that has the interest of this country at heart. This is a government that has been pursuing growth and development in this country and successfully so. Successfully so. Without new taxes and without increasing the debt service ratio. Right, Minister of Finance? Yes. We're passionate about it, man. We're passionate about it. Jamaica. The future of Jamaica is before us. The future of this country is before us. The vote we cast when that time comes will determine where we go as a country. It is a serious vote. It is a vote for the future of our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren. The shower labor rights. May God bless you. May God continue to lead you. May God have His face shine upon you and bless you and keep you in good health. God bless. Thank you very much.
Labor rights. The story must be told. And we know that we have the story, so we have to tell our own story. Because if we allow other people to tell the story, then it may not be as accurate as we know it to be. So labor rights. So the most honorable Edward Philip George Siaga, labor rights, let me hear you.
Yeah, labor right, why mash them up? Whoa, them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do what we get on
Labor rights. We have heard from many persons since afternoon. This evening, we come to school, we ring the bell, and we are learning. But we have to remember where we are. We are here in the Almontown Division, in Kingston Central. And it's one boss. And it's one boss. And it's the impact boss. A theme place. And one good term deserve another. One good term deserve another. Labor rights of Kingston Central, you know, so when you ask the road you get. You know, so when you ask the house you get. You know, so when you ask the social welfare, that you get. You know, so when you ask for impact you get. So right now, labor rights in the earshot of my voice, I want you to welcome to the microphone the man himself, the history maker, the man who break the mold here in Kingston Central for the Jamaica Labour Party. I speak of none other than the impact boss himself, Member of Parliament, Donovan Impact Williams.
Goes in one my glance. Once a man not one like them, no one give homage to the show advance. Look how much of them done have on it. Look how much of them borrow style and they the same way we a plan. We not really worry no because we not worry about some other party. We a keep soon like half. But you see how you get not a facade. Always bring your moments we don't have on. From the Mickey and the road and I'm gonna say him, I'm gonna find him from. See the things so when they see with them as essential Kingston then thing shot. Some other side get the chance of flap and have no believe in that. If they say one marathon, we go lock all up, show a boss, you make him talk. Then have one up for them, you see a chat, the man about it. Yes, we have to keep the man about it. Can't lose when I win in a yabby. All the other side look, they shabby. Can't get to you out again, we ain't already sorry. We do over here, so we ain't everybody. Southside tell us the you, them a carry. Cheap and king to us, finance like a family. Right now I know them seats, and time them a waste. I know them seats, see I done have one place. And it's a time and time, them try to get we out bad mind. But we never stop climb and climb, us in the race. And we say, alright, then from me looking at that road and I wanna say, I'm gonna climb up.
There's a natural mystic flowing through the air. If you listen carefully now, this could be the first trumpet. Might as well be the last. Pull up! There's a natural mystic flowing through the air. If you listen carefully now, you will hear. This could be the first trumpet. Might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer. Many more will have to die. Don't ask me why.
Oh, what's up, bro? Boy, where my girl got buck up in now? Lord of mercy. Show our labor rights. Show our Central Kingston labor rights. Almontown in the house. Campbelltown in the house. Raytown in the house. Spoilers in the house. Franklin Town in the house. Tel Aviv, Southside, Kingston Gardens in the house. Yes, man. They are here in their numbers. I want to acknowledge my colleagues on the platform. Want to recognize our deputy leader, Desmond, the Honorable Desmond Mackenzie. Big him up, big up West Kingston, boss. Want to recognize the beautiful lady. She look good, eh? Yes. Who am I talking? The Honorable Minister of Finance, Eval Williams. Look at her face. Give them the smile. Look at that. Whoa. Yeah, man, the liberal lady, them look good, you know. Yes. But they're right. Minister Chuck. Come on, Minister Chuck, you know something? I know you love Central Kingston, you know. He doesn't miss a meeting in Central Kingston. Big him up. Honorable Minister of Justice, Delroy Chuck. Big him up. No, Dwayne Smith here. Let me tell you something about him. I always admire, he speaks, he's a smooth speaker, but he's surgical, he's incisive, and he gets to the point. And when he speaks, he's a man of substance. Big up yourself, Member of Parliament. Look here, my councillors are here. Mr. Dunkley, young lawyer. Dunkley, going to create an upset, you know. You're going to create an upset, you know. Dunkley, don't let them tell you can't do it, you know. I did it, and they were telling me the same thing. You can do it. Yes, they were telling me I couldn't do it. But Mr. Dunkley, don't give up. Feather. Feather him up. Yes, man. I call him and cuss him a lot. One feather, Delroy Williams, and I'm sure he will represent the people of Central Clarendon, and he will continue the good work of Mike Henry. Big him up. No, Davian, you know I can't leave you out because you know I'm a TikTok liar. A TikTok liar. And I want you to know, you know, him giving them headache over East there, you know. Him giving them headache. Yeah, man, but you know, as an MP, sometimes you can't take up every case. I want you to know that Vassal is a man I can call upon and say, Vassal, handle this for me, because you know my position. And Vassal never hesitate. And I want you to big you up and respect you for that. And you are going to be the next member of parliament. You're going to create upset. Yes, man. And I see my councillors here. Myers, Firebrand Myers, West Rural, man. Never miss a beat. Never miss a beat. Big up my campaign manager who is here, Howard Chamberlain. You know, why did I leave this man for last? Is it the last one? Why am I leave him for last? Hold on, before me touch him, big up my councillor Rosalie Hamilton, who's unavoidably absent. One Rosie, where's that? One Rosie. One Andre. Big up Andre. I always tell you, you know, Andre is a good youth. Andre never left us. He's still with us and doing a lot of work. Big up the Central Kingston workers who are here. Desmond, you have to give me the time to big them up, you know, my Central Kingston workers, because them ready. They're ready. The energy is there. And I know they are going to be doing wonders. Supervisors, zone supervisors, PD captains, runners, indoor, outdoor, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready. All right, I tell you, I'm going to leave him for last. You know why? After that speech, I don't think I needed to make any speech, you know, because one Lawrence Rowe, what you say? Hey, look here. Look here, I don't need to say anything, you know. Lawrence says it all for me, you know. Watch this, now. A long time I tell Lawrence, you know, from I came here in 2020 and I met him, you know. I say, you know, say you want labor, right? Yes. don't remember the book. Where did I see him again? I think it was Regent Street. I was walking and I saw this young man and him, and him start asking me questions about my plans, and I start to interview him, and then somebody say, say, him I want big PNP. And I in the challenge ran it tweets. And I say, that little man here, and it looks so simple. But when I start to talk to him, I realize him never so simple. Never simple at all. And I said to him, I said to him, all right, labor rights. Labor rights. License number 9719 KK. You must remove your vehicle now. 9719 KK. You must remove your vehicle now.
We are coming to you live from Central Kingston, the Choose Jamaica public meeting, and the meeting has temporarily, Donovan Williams, the Member of Parliament, was on the platform, and we heard popping sounds. Not quite sure what those sounds were, but a police unit moved towards the popping sounds, and the laborites who were behind the stage started scattering. I'm not sure if they were gunshots, but as the Member of Parliament was speaking, popping sounds rang out, and the laborites scattered. A police unit that's on location moved towards the popping sounds. The Member of Parliament has retaken the platform, so we'll go back to the stage now.
Yeah, I tell him you're a labor right, Yes, man. And so said, so done. And he's here today as fate would have it. Him try to hide, Him try to run one at a time, But he had to come back, Yes, so I want to big up Mr. Rowe, who has done well for the Almontown division, has done well for his community and the people of Almontown. No. No. Era Council 1, Deputy Leader, I want to assure you that Central Kingston is not the Central Kingston that it used to be. I hear some people saying that you have some places that they control and they own. But the people are saying that that can no longer happen. Look here. Shout, 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 shout. All right, settle on everyone. Things under control. Things under control. Let's get back to the meeting. Don't let them distract us, Yes, they try it. They try it this evening, And we're not going to allow it, They're trying it. Because they know say Labour Party river come down, bank to bank. And so they are going to do everything to distract us. So I want to tell the Era Council 1 that Central Kingston is in good stead. We have done the work here, as you have heard the speakers mention here, the work that we have done in this community. If I begin to list it, we won't end tonight. If you touch roads, You touch roads, we have the track record. There is a, I saw someone putting up a flag for the other side on the street, Regent Street, 34. You know, there was a street up here that we call 34. No, when I came here, 34 was in a bad state. The road was terrible. And we repaired Regent Street in the Almontown Division. They like to say that we don't do anything for the Almontown Division. Mash down that lie. We repair Anna Street. You remember Anna Street, what it was like? We repaired Anna Street. We repaired, under the Sparks program, we repaired Lincoln Terrace. We repaired so many roads in this constituency. Some that has never been touched for years. So when it comes to roads, they can't challenge us here. You know, I went to a funeral recently, and after the funeral ended, I was leaving, and up to me, a senior citizen, and she said, "You Mr. Williams?" And I said, "How are you, Mom?" And she greeted me, and we shook hands. And she said, "I have to thank you, I have to thank you." I said, "Remind me, tell me, man, what is it about?" And the lady said, she's from Franklin Town. Franklin Town, that they say, well, they claim it. The lady said, for years, my road was never fixed. And under you're the first MP that came and fixed our road. And that went call the name of the road. Yeah. Labor rights! Mr. Portland himself! The man who said, "Him a bad man!" The Honorable Darrell Vaz! Labor rights! Let us welcome the Minister, Darrell Vaz!
For your families, come on and do your part. Vote for the best. Vote for Jamaica.
Welcome, Mr. Portland. Nice to have you in Central Kingston. Oh, we need to change your name from Mr. Portland to Mr. Bossman. Mr. Bossman. But you'll hear from him. No. So I want to tell you that where it concerns roads, we have done so many in Central Kingston, and because you have experienced it, because it is important that we rehabilitate our roads in the constituency. When it comes to social housing, somebody looked at me the other day and said, "MP, do you know that it is the first that we are having an MP or government building a brand new house for a resident in Franklin Town?" Did you know that? Under the social housing program, we built a brand new 3-bedroom house for a gentleman in Franklin Town. And one of the residents said they have never seen that before. So, I hear them say Franklin Town is their territory. But I want them to know that there is things have changed in Central Kingston. Franklin Town is on its way to the Jamaica Labour Party because they see the work. We just repaired a football field over Franklin Town, the Azteca Mini Stadium. My brother Ro mentioned it. In 1 week, they called me. And I'm going to tell you the story about that. I need to say it. I got a call from the youngsters over there, and they said, "Mr. MP, you need to come and look at this football, this stadium that we're on. It's a little court, but they play basketball, netball, and everything over there." So I said, "I'm going to go over there. It's Franklin Town. It's my place, same way. Because how we run the whole place." So I went over there, and the youngsters showed me. And guess what? The surface rough, the terrain, it was not good. People are about toe, people are drop. And
I made a call to the Sports Development Foundation and I made a call to some contractors who were in the community doing roads. And I said, look here, I have to help these youths. But you know something happened? When the contractors, when the people went over there, a lady came and locked it up. Them says the councillor sister and the councillor sent her. She chained it up. Nobody can do nothing over there. So we call the police. Come and want to see the land title. You can't lock up where you don't own. So I called the police. And the police came and the police asked the person the question, do you own this property? No. Do you have a title for the property? No. So on what basis you are locking up the property? You know why? They must stop the progress. They must try to stop the progress. And you know what? The people in a Franklin town march up on them and say, take up. And the man them take off the lock and throw it away. Can't stop the progress. We're going to give you another one. Now that they have a brand new surface over there. I put it on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, DWilliams_JA. You see how they feel pretty. We are improving our sports facilities. But I'm going to give you another joke over Franklin Town. I don't want to spend the whole time on it, but I have to mention this. There were two drains over there that were bad. You know when the taxi them drive over them, drop in a hole, and the taxi man them cuss me every day. Them say, MP man, you have to do something. You have to do something. One at York Street, Upper York Street and Victoria. One at Albert Street, I think, and Victoria. So the taxi men reach out to me, and the neighbors and the residents say, MP, do something. So I put it on a program called REACH, the government program. It's a road program and an infrastructure program. I put it on the REACH program. I said, all right, people are going to fix it. So we went over there. The program was approved. And we went over there with the contractor. And the NAA, National Works Agency representative, came over there. So it is an official thing. And on a backdoor business. And we looked at the drains. And the contractor said Monday. That was, I think, Thursday or Friday. And the contractor said Monday we're going to start the work. Over the weekend, I get a call. Said the place is being dug up. Digging up. People digging it up. Men there doing work. I say, hey. So I call the contractor and say, oh, you tell me says Monday you're coming. And the place start dig up. How comes? Because, you know, you want to recommend a little people to get work here and there. So I was surprised. To my surprise, I heard that a certain person over there heard that I was going to fix the drain after so long, and I don't know what happened. Them dig it up and throw a little cement tonight. I'll know if you go over the water cycle night, same way. Why? Don't want the MP fix it. That is the kind of politics we must cut out. We don't practice them politics. The argument is that if the MP fix it, MP go and get credit. So when you elect the MP for, don't you fix the place? That is the kind of politics we must shun. Leave them kind of politics there. Because right now the drain don't fix good. And the NAA people are surprised. That is an example of us working for the people all over. We don't watch colors. We do the work. I want you to know that when it comes to housing, we have plans for the community. You see the housing that we have been doing. We're giving people concrete house, don't? Yes, man. We don't build board house. The first 2 houses that were built in the constituency for needy residents, qualified residents, were built by Desmond McKenzie. See me here, Minister of Local Government. Big him up. You never know that, Desmond. You built, recommended and assisted under the indigent program, they call it there. That was the name they had given it. First 2 houses. And after that is just house pan, house. Vaz like to say, Minister Vaz said bus pan, bus. But I'm going to tell him house pan, house pan, house pan, house. So I'm the bus man, me are the house man. And I want you to know houses are coming. Right down at East Street, we assisted some fire victims. and we're doing a multi-family residence down there. I always talk about this one. Well, next week, I think it's next week, or in a couple of days, the Prime Minister is coming back to Central Kingston to break ground for a new 21 apartment building.
Shout, 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 shout.
So I'm going to open 5 houses first, you know. He's going to open 5 new houses. Give 5 residents. Family. Oh, he won't cut the ribbon. Cut the ribbon, PM. Cut the ribbon. And then he's going to break ground for 21. Now, tell me something. What are we going to give them? One song say, they are going to get what? Heart attack. What song they go? Beanie Man? Eh? Oh, the heart attack song go. Come selector, give them heart attack. Then get heart attack. Then get heart attack. Boy, you too devious. Then get heart attack. Then get heart attack. Then get heart attack. So we're going to build more houses. And tell you what, I have more people who have applied. I see one sitting near, I don't want to call her name. But she was approved. So the fire victims at Fleet Street, over 30 of you, 40 of you, your assistance is as approved. It's coming through. Some getting house, some getting building materials. Water lane fire victims, you see, we respond to our people. We care. You're getting your materials next week. Everybody, we look after our people. Fire victims, we are prone to fire, and I tell you, you must be careful this summer. Watch the heat and the fire, all right? Take care. Because, you know, when the fires come, we have to respond, and it costs money. Price Lane, we had a fire down there the other day. A good thing is that I learned that UDC owned that building, so it's not going to be very difficult for us to help the residents there. Where was the other fire? Arnold Road. Your thing is that the government of the social housing unit being processed. So we are helping our people. This is a caring MP and a caring government. I have to wrap up, you know. I can't so much things, but speakers are here now. Can't keep it too long. Zinc fence, I don't have to talk about that. You see, right now we just finished one at Ironburn and Last Street. Ironburn and Last Street, and we're going to start 5 more next week. We're going McQuinney, we're going Charlotte, we're going Lacey Road, we're going Wellington Street, we're going all over. We're going James's Street. We not left out nobody. We not watch color. And some of these areas that they are saying were one time, okay, our era, because the era man say, him don't understand how Tel Aviv people vote Labour right. And him don't understand how Spoilers people vote Labour right. And him don't understand how Altman Town people vote Labour right. When them see the work, them have to vote Labour right. Because, you see, them have it so long and never do nothing for the people, them. So the people them see change and the people are embracing the impact. What do you say? Yeah, man. So major crimes are down. I call Andrew the most honorable Prime Minister, good friend. I call him and I say, look here, you have to do something, man. You have to do something about the crime. Let's tackle it and develop this place. And just say, you know, the best thing for this community is a Zozo. Sorry, the most honorable Prime Minister, sorry for saying Andrew, he's my good friend, but he's the most honorable Prime Minister, says to me, Donovan, I think, you're asked, I press him for the Zozo. I say, we need it to keep the place calm, not to hurt our young men. We don't want to hurt nobody. We don't want to damage our young men. We want to develop our young men. We want them to get another vision. We want them to see another path. We want them to calm down, relax, start to live in peace and harmony. Stop fighting one another. So the Zozo came and it settled the constituency. So much so that we are the best performing Zozo now. And under the Zozo, more infrastructure work is coming. A lot of things are coming for Central Kingston. Housing is coming. We have identified land down there to build social housing. And we're not joking when we talk, we're serious. So in other words, we really don't say anything yet, you know. When it comes to Central, we don't say anything yet, you know. We don't see any. That's why you have to put back the impact bars for the second term. What do you say? We have to continue the work. The young men are looking work now. The young men stop fire the gun. The crime is down. The young men them a think serious now. Them now no time for the plaything. That is why our crime rate is so. Look how much party having. I passed down here last night and I see one party and I say, what is this? When I look, it's a water party in the middle of the road. Why you think that can happen? Because people are living now in peace. We're keeping quiet. So Central Kingston, the future is bright. We're going to work on the sewage system. We're going to continue to work on the roads, build houses, education. We'll continue to help our young people. It's now back to school. We're going to continue to help our young people. Continue the impact. And I want you to tell Era Council 1 that when the most honorable Andrew Holness fly the gate or ring the bell, Central Kingston will be ready. Shout it right.
Choose Jamaica for our prosperity.
You have a right, you have heard from your MP, and he's going to be your MP whenever that time comes once again. At this point, we are going to hear from Mr. Portland himself. We're going to hear from the minister that has transportation as his passion. We're going to hear from the man who calls himself the action man. I speak of no other than the Honorable Darrell Voss.
Been through hills and valleys. I survive out of the old gangster alley. No gunshot, no me skip and dolly. When them put me them back in the jungle in me rally, me want them up pop it up. Who goes back to America?
Shout, 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 shout.
Take it off. Woman get the front battery.
Yes, sir, prosperity.
Just stop it up with me Bible and me prayer.
Good evening to my clean-hearted, well-thinking laborites. All protocols observed. The Deputy Leader, Desmond Mackenzie. And my apologies to you all for being late. I'm coming all the way from St. Anne, but I had to be here tonight to burn some fire on the PNP, them, the bad mind.
Some me say them can't pan ya. From them not speak no truth, say them can't pan ya. From them a display little youth, say them can't pan ya.
You know, when I was coming up Dew Street, Desmond, and I turned to come up to Hero Circle, I see some laborites that go around the road, and them say, boss, nobody go up there, no. The man, them a fire up a whole heap of shot. I say, oh. When I come close, I see a police car. I say, boss, be careful. I say, don't worry yourself, man. Let me tell you something. They are so desperate, Desmond, that they are prepared to do anything. But we not afraid of gunshot. No time at all.
I'm gonna rush them like a pit bull, mixed with a ratty. Tap them like a rifle, mixed with a shotty. And over them, have the watch it, chatty like a beep.
But it is a sign and a signal. Take sleep and mark death. They are desperate. They see power slipping away from them day by day because of their bad mind actions. All I say to you tonight, before I get into my speech, is to be careful. Don't let them draw you out. Walk them out. Because what they want to do is to bring back the old-time politics that we're going way far from 1980, come right back from 1976. But understand that you have a government and you have a police force that are going to protect you. So just go and ease yourself, do what you have to do, and don't make them carry out. Don't make them draw you out. And I said that on the background that you would have seen last week, or earlier this week I should say, we handed over 93 new JUTC buses to the people of Jamaica. All the people of Jamaica, not one set of people. And Almighty God, not even hours, Desmond, when the bus them roll out. And them start to stone the bus them. 6 incidents in less than 48 hours. More incidents in 48 hours than for the entire last year. Nobody no need to tell me. Because when I look and see where the stoning taking place, I know Tivoli Gardens, I know Central Kingston, every area is a stronghold of the opposition. So no police never tell me nothing. They are wicked, they are evil, they are dog-hearted, and they are no good for Jamaica. None of them. When you talk about one of the most transformative policies that this government has implemented, where we have over 60 children that have died in the last 3 years in rural Jamaica, school children. Over 700 injured. Some of them, I had one last week in my constituency that got injured. 2 died in Buff Bay and a couple injured last year. He came to the PEP exam last week, my award ceremony. He's crippled and he's blind. And he was a very, very prominent student at Titchfield. And you tell me that we are going to introduce a school bus system for rural Jamaica, for all of rural Jamaica. And the only thing you can say is that we are bringing bus for killer of school picnic. Let me tell you something. They are going to pay for it dearly because Tom drunk, but Tom no fool.
They going tired of the bus. They going to say, bus. Yo.
But what I can tell you, without fear of contradiction, whereas they have a Jamaican saying Tom drunk, but Tom no fool, me can tell you, say, PNP drunk and them damn fool. Because anybody who can fight against JUTC new bus and rural school bus is a wicked set of people. Them going to get bus after bus after bus after bus after bus after bus after bus. They're going tired. Fissy bus. But while they are seeing bus, they are going to, the people of Jamaica, the commuters of Jamaica, are finally going to get a transportation system, a public transportation system that they can feel proud of, and they can know when the bus come in, what time it come in. The parents of the students can go up on an app and see whether or not them child on the school bus, when them reach school, when them leave school, when them come off of the bus, so you know where your child is, rather than leaving them out there and just praying to the Almighty God every day that them reach school and reach home safely. That is what good governance is all about. And anybody fight against that?
Slew them and bare feelings them a carry. Them done go already and them can't say them sorry. Feelings them a carry. You know want them something again. When you want you with me.
So you see like how I come late and the meeting running late? We just have burn a small fire tonight. But we have plenty more fire for burn because election no announced yet. But let me tell you something. Any opposition leader, any hierarchy of a political party that can find everything wrong with government, and when government do good, they neither want to participate or they don't want to give credit. Crime is down at an all-time low. If we continue on the same trajectory, we will have less than 800 murders this year, and yet still they won't embrace it and say, government do well with crime. Urban center, them won't say government doing good for St. Thomas. Water projects, they won't give no credit. Them say all we do a cut ribbon, cut ribbon, cut ribbon. Well, let me tell you something. It's two things that I leave you with tonight, which is what you must consider and you must make sure and talk to everybody. And that is, if the People's National Party ever, by any chance or stretch of the imagination, take control of this country again, the first thing them do is lock down the rural school bus system. Remember that I tell you that. And we have a commitment to you, the people of Jamaica, that not only we're going to roll out the 110 bus in September, but within 2 years, the 850 rural schools, every one of them will have a dedicated school bus service for the rural school children of Jamaica. What the PNP say? Them say them are going to get 20,000 family, $2,500 a week. That is $1.6 billion of cash money where you can't account, no transparency, and you're putting the children in same harm's way on the same public transportation system, which is what is causing them the problem now. We are giving you a rural school bus system that will allow $50 going, $50 coming. So the parents do have to decide now when they're paying $300 to $600 per child per day. And they have to decide one out of the four which look the brightest and send them go to school and make the other three go fend for themselves. This government is giving every child and every parent the opportunity to send their child to school, all of them, to get the best education they can get. We introduce a JUTC service at a subsidized rate that you can go to any major township from here to Negril, Montego Bay, St. Ann, Portland, $2,000. We are giving you the opportunity, if you can't afford to do it one way, you can do it our way. That is the responsibility of the Jamaica Labour Party. I close by telling you, the other decision that Jamaica has to make, and that is the JPS license. This government has indicated that the JPS license that expires in 2027 will not be renewed on the same conditions that the PNP negotiated and implemented in 2001. For all intents and purposes, anybody who wants to negotiate with the Jamaican government, the Jamaica Labour Party government, we're going to tear up that license and start from scratch. We're going to give you a license that is beneficial to you, the people of Jamaica, and not the licensee, whoever that may be. That is a commitment of the Jamaica Labour Party. So you have to decide whether you want the same government we signed the license in 2001 and 2016. The same minister, Philip Palwell, who are run up in mouth. Jamaica must decide whether they want Darrell Vaz and the Jamaica Labour Party. First opportunity that this administration has ever gotten to negotiate a license from scratch. They have gotten 2 opportunities, and the Jamaican people have not benefited. We are getting the first chance, and we are going to get it right, because the people of Jamaica and the country of Jamaica is the priority and will be the priority in any conditionalities of a new license.
JLP cares for Jamaica. Come on, come on, come on.
So, labor rights, I have so much more to say, but I am late, so I have to make sure that I follow protocols. all I can tell you, for the next few weeks until such time as the Prime Minister call it an election night, I am going to go across the length and breadth of Jamaica to sell the message of the Jamaica Labour Party. And I say to you tonight, see what my shirt say? We burn bad mind. And I say to you, I'm going to burn them from now till whenever that election. All I want you to do is choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. We will be victorious because Jamaican people don't like bad mind. Bad mind is not something where you can cure. Bad mind is something you're born with. It can't cure by medicine. It can't cure by treatment. It's something you're born with where you're just bad mind and envious of people and how they get what they get. Burn them out, Jamaica. Burn them out, Jamaica Labour Party. God
bless. Labour rights. Where the action man say, bus after bus after bus after bus. September morning was nice because Jamaica Labour Party cares for the people of Jamaica. And so we deserve to remain the party in government, offering care, compassion, support, and prosperity to the country. Labour rights, we are at the point when you are going to hear from the West Kingston boss, the deputy leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, Area Council 1, the Minister of Local Government and Community Development. I speak of no other than the Honorable Desmond Mackenzie.
I love you, Lord.
Fingers.
For your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment I wake till I lay my head, oh, I will sing
of the goodness of Dr. Andrew Wallace and the Jamaica Labour Party.
'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so. Oh, I will sing.
If you love Andrew Wallace, it's your term. Wave your fingers, Labour rights.
You have led me through the fire in darkest night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God.
Sing the chorus loud.
'Cause all my life you have been faithful.
Very faithful, and we are thankful.
All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
You know, Labour rights, I want everybody to remain standing. As your deputy leader, for Area Council 1, I want to say to my area council and to the wider Jamaica that we in Area Council 1, we of the Jamaica Labour Party, we don't want any war whatsoever.
Peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Labour rights.
Let there
wave your hands.
be peace on earth, the peace
no to violence.
Meant to be.
With no to bad mind.
As our Father, brothers are we. Let me walk with my brothers in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be my moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow.
To take each moment.
To take each moment and live each moment
in peace.
Peace eternal.
Let there be peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Thank you. You know, labor rights are not going to keep on long. See, because we have had a long day. I have had a long week, and it continues right into tomorrow, right through. This party has enough achievements to campaign on. We don't need to be distracted. We don't need to send negative signals. We are a party of performance. We are a caring party. We are an understanding party. We have a party leader that cares about the people of Jamaica. And nobody is going to silence any member of the Jamaica Labour Party from speaking about the goodness of Dr. Andrew Michael Holness and the government of the Jamaica Labour Party. So our message is simple. We are doing what is our right to do, and that is to talk about the success stories of the government. They don't have anything to talk about. As Darrell said, they're born in sin, shaped in iniquity. Well, let me say something to you tonight. Don't take what is happening lightly. Labor rights, we need to become focused. Area Council 1, the third term for the Labour Party and Dr. Holness can only be secured unless we do what we must do as an area council. So tonight, I know some of you is feeling a little bit uneasy. And I am not going to prolong my presentation to you anymore. Next Sunday, we're moving up to Northwest, St. Andrew, Sherlock, here we come next Sunday. But I urge every Labourite to ensure that you continue to do the work. Go out there. Spread the gospel. Those of you who are workers of the party, canvas is important. This is a numbers game. We're not going to get distracted. But we will not allow the PNP to push us back. We are going to push back at the PNP if and when they try to stop us. So, Labourites, I want to thank the area council. And I want to say to MP Donovan Williams, you have done a tremendous job of work in this constituency. And the only reward that you will get is when the people of Central Kingston gives you the second term as Member of Parliament. The first time it will ever happen in this constituency for a Jamaica Labour Party Member of Parliament. And we welcome Lawrence Rowe to the fore. Every man and every woman who has a vision, who wants better, we will accept them in the arms of the Jamaica Labour Party because we are a party of all Jamaicans. We're not a party of a few Tappanaris. Every single Jamaican is a Tappanaris for the Jamaica Labour Party. Every single Jamaican. And so, I invite you to continue to do what is necessary. And let us ensure that Andrew Michael Holness, the young man with a vision, ensure we do the right thing. Choose wisely. Choose the Jamaica Labour Party. Choose Donovan Williams. Choose Andrew Holness as the next Prime Minister to continue.
You have been listening to
the job.
One of the JLP's deputy leaders, Desmond McKenzie. He's the deputy leader for Area Council 1. This is the Area Council where we are gathered for the Choose Jamaica public meeting. Central Kingston is the constituency. The incumbent Member of Parliament is Donovan Williams, and this meeting is ending under tense circumstances because not long ago what the Labourites are saying to me is a gunshot rang out. I did hear the popping sounds and the Labourites scattered. Police unit moved in the direction of the popping sounds, and another unit has since arrived on location. And you heard the Deputy Leader Desmond McKenzie appealing for peace and saying that the Labourites will not be intimidated. Of course, Darrell Vaz, the Member of Parliament for West Portland, also declaring, he said that the Labourites would not be afraid of gunshots. But the meeting is at an end now. I want to thank our colleagues on location The broadcast engineer here on location is Jermaine Compass. In studio, Damian Cunningham. The videographer was Jamal Tucker. And my producers this evening, Damian Scarlett and Sonia Stewart. Of course, our driver, Kimberly Rowe. And the troublemaker himself, Jermaine King, is also on location. My name is Ricardo Brooks. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we will see you next time.
That was the Central Kingston Choose Jamaica public meeting, brought to you by the West Kingston Constituency Office and the Jamaica Labour Party.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM. Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour, fired.
Also tune into the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on